Yeah, back to us today. What's up, guys? How we doing? Yeah, nice to see you guys, man. Nice to see y'all. Another week.
What's this week been like for you? Any different as far as preparation details?
No, it's been the same as it's been the last 20 weeks and whatnot. So same prep, keep the same routine. Just trying to get our guys ready to rock and roll and get everything ironed out and make sure we do our best we can for our offense and defense and try to win the game.
Jeremy, a big tenet of this team from Coach Vrabel has been just make one play to spark some momentum. I feel like on special teams that's kind of been your calling card, your team's calling card as well. Like, hey, we can make one play on special teams, we can jumpstart this thing. Do you feel that way, and how do you instill that in your guys to kind of feel like they have that impact in the game?
Well, that's what we always talk about. We always talk about one play perfection for us. That's one of our key things that we even start our meetings with and how we continue to talk. And that doesn't always mean like a touchdown. It's like, hey, we're backed up punt. It's 4th and 28, and we got to flip the field. That to me is a perfect play. Like that helps our defense out, helps our offense out of a bad situation. So we're consistently talking about that. I mean, because we only get that. That's all we get on special teams, right? The 4th down, the kickoff, the field goal opportunity, the extra point to win the game, whatever it may be. So that's always been talked about since day one. And yeah, you're exactly right with that.
Do you have an idea about Andy's range when it comes to mile high and the altitude, or is that something you have to figure out pregame?
Figure out pregame. Yeah, we never kicked together in that area, so we'll figure out pregame.
You excited about that potential?
Yeah, I mean, I coached at Arizona for 3 years, so I kind of know the elevation, how that affects kicks, and it's going to be cold though, so that would also affect the kicks as well, and then it could be windy as well. So all those factors play a different role. So we'll see how it goes, but excited to be in that area.
Yeah, make like a game time schedule like that. Like how much time do you have to kind of like process the information?
Yeah, we do it every game, so you get a couple hours. I mean, we're out there early. We're the first group out there. Our special out there early, so we get plenty of time to kind of make those decisions, have that dialogue. We've been doing this since day one, so we kind of already have an understanding once we get out there what it's going to be.
And those things that this is quite here in the left part.
Yeah.
How do you kind of help peg or try to process this process back in those spaces?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get a feel for pregame, the sun, the wind, and things like that, and you just try to prepare that way. And you have a lot of film to watch on them, and what the conditions are like there on film, and you kind of prepare that way as well.
What makes Devin Key an All-Pro player?
Man, he plays relentless. I mean, he's got 22 tackles on kickoff. That should say just enough of how relentless he plays. He's kind of a guy that very athletic, aggressive, plays violent. There's nothing I can say bad about his play style, which is something that we like here. He's got that identity, and it shows on film. And he's hard to block. He's done it consistently from game one to game now, and there's a reason why he's a first-team All-Pro. He's done that consistently.
Along those lines, Dermot, just this scheme with Coach Rizzi, like where do they put stress on?
Well, Rizzi, man, another guy I got a lot of respect for who's done it consistently for a long time, but he puts pressure on you, man. Like he's really good about scheming you up and finding ways where you're weak at and exploiting those weaknesses. And he's got a lot of film to watch, and he's done that throughout his career. And he's got his guys in place. They got a young group of guys, but they're a very athletic and a very tough group. They play violent. They play with speed. They got a lot of detail to the game. They got Marvin Mims back there, who to me is one of the top returners in this league. If not our guy's number one, he might be number two. So I just think I got a lot of respect for what they're doing right now. And they've kind of grown into their roles throughout the year of being a young group. And they've kind of figured out where they're really good at, and they're playing at a high level because of it.
What makes Mims so good at that return role?
This is, to me, one of the elite traits of a returner is they know how to set up their blocks. He does an elite job of that, setting up his blocks and returns, where he's going to the field, the sideline, vertical. He's got a really, really good feel where everyone's at on the field. And when he does that, he can find the vertical seam and hit it. He's a game wrecker, without a doubt.
Jeremy, we've heard stories about how Vrabel keeps the players on top of everything, giving them pop quizzes. Does he do the same to you coaches in coaches meetings?
I like to say, yeah, every day is 4th and 1 with Coach Reyes, man. You got to be detailed, just like our players are. We got to be the same way. And what I love about Coach Vrabel is that he's not a yes man. Like he's gonna look at everything from his experience and all the coaches he's been around. And if he doesn't like something, he doesn't like it. He's going to question it, but in a positive way, so where we can work it out and get to something that we both agree upon. But to answer your question, yeah, he's always going to question us, making sure that we're on our P's and Q's, which is a good thing. It makes us a lot sharper.
What's it been like to watch your players develop their details as this season goes on and their selflessness
Yeah.
for each other.
I tell you what, like I said, man, there's from top down. This, like I said it earlier, I think a few weeks ago, this is the most unselfish group I've been around. From Stephon Diggs to Brandon Schooler, like it's just an unselfish group. And I think they've kind of bought into seeing how Coach Vrabel, how important the details, the identity, and things that he preaches every day to our team, how important those things have helped us win games throughout the year. And because of that, slowly but surely, winning games helps. But the guys have bought into that, and it's kind of translated in that sense. But again, the whole group is just so unselfish. I can name everybody on the team that they'll do anything to help us on special teams, to help the offense defense out to win games. And it all starts at the top. And those leaders, including Coach Vrabel, have done a good job of just stressing that from day one.
Jeremy, this might seem like a basic question, but how does the elevation affect special teams play?
It doesn't affect it. The only sense that it'll affect it is going to be the ball. The ball is going to fly a little further, a little better. It should, but then with the wind and the cold, that could change things right there. But in terms of conditioning, we'll be just fine.
So will small things like hang time on the kicks and punts.
Yeah.
Can a small way affect how you set up blockers?
It doesn't, just because it goes with the weather. Like the cold always kind of translates as well. You just got to go out there and make sure your plan's good and adjust pregame to what you're seeing, how the ball's flying.
Jeremy,
From the outside looking in, it looks like Andy and Bryce have developed a super close relationship. How have you seen them kind of develop together, and has that contributed to how efficient the kicking operation has been?
I think all three. You left out Ashby as well. I think all three of those guys have a really good relationship. They're always together, as they should be. And with two rookies, like I said, Bryce has had to really take on a leadership role, just how to approach the day by day. And to be honest with you, I mean, you think about Ashby and Andy, they were combine training at this time last year. So they have not stopped in a full year. Over a year of been training, kicking, snapping for a full year. So for those guys to stay locked in this amount of time, it's not easy at all to stay locked in. We still got unfinished business, but I'm really proud of those guys that just sticking it through, staying the course, and just believing in what we're doing here, and then trying to take ownership of that and get better.
Jeremy, I know he's been in the league a while, but when you look at Darren's history of using fakes, how and when do you see him get to those in games?
I think every coach, they have their plan, and situationally, down and distance, on the field position, if you're down or up in the game, when you want to use that, we always got to be aware in games like this that those kind of things can be brought out, and we got to make sure that we're prepared that way to be able to attack those type of things when they do come.
Is that a factor too? Understand they have a backup quarterback, they might need to pull some levers that otherwise they would.
I think in any game, I think if you're showing things and you're not sound, I think it's always going to be up. And guys that are experienced like Darren Rizzi, they're going to have a good plan in place, and we got to make sure that we're on our P's and Q's about that.
There have been situations where the specialists aren't as close and it does affect operation a lot?
Yeah, 15th year coaching now, so I've been in places where sometimes it's not the best, but I'm grateful that I have these three guys that are so close.
Jeremy, what has Marte meant to the punt team this year as the personal protector?
Unbelievable job. Marte's done unbelievable job. I mean, just the communication. You're the quarterback there. What goes on is a great question, because what goes on for that guy back there, and you don't get as much time as maybe the quarterback does throughout the week and stuff. You're seeing a lot of different things. And we punted the ball 8 times on Sunday, and he did a phenomenal job of getting us in the right calls against a very good Frankie Ross-led team there on special teams. But I can't say enough things on how much he's grown throughout the year. Very proud of him, how he's taking command and ownership of that role, and it's proved to be really vital for us throughout the year.
The Ellis brothers might be on the field at the same time while playing special teams. One, have you guys talked about that, and what's that going to be like to see?
Yeah, we've talked about that. Obviously, I'd like to give him for it. Just hey, there's your brother right there. Look at his face and his smile, picture, and just we've been talking about it day by day. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited. I always like that. As a brother, I got a twin brother. As a brother, it's like. And I remember playing him in college, and it was just a fun kind of week for them. It's to go to the Super Bowl, right? So for them, it's even a bigger role. So I think he's really excited about it, as he should. His family's probably really excited about it. I'm excited to see how it plays out. Hopefully our Ellis is better than their Ellis at the end of the day.
Thanks, Jeremy.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.